You have been receiving warnings for longer than you realize. The divine messengers have been trying to reach you through every possible channel, through the whispers in your dreams, through the sudden feelings of unease that washed over you without explanation, through the inexplicable resistance you felt in certain moments. These were not random occurrences. They were deliberate attempts from the celestial realm to alert you to a truth that your earthly eyes could not yet perceive. There has been someone in your life who wore a mask so convincing that even your intuition struggled to see through it. This person came bearing gifts of friendship, offering support when you needed it most, speaking words that sounded like comfort but carried hidden daggers. While you extended genuine love and trust, they harbored secret resentments. While you prayed for their prosperity, they whispered curses against your progress. The divine realm has witnessed every moment of this deception. Nothing has escaped the all-seeing eyes of heaven, not the false smiles, not the calculated embraces, not the words spoken in darkness when they believed no one was listening. And now, the time has come for revelation. The period of hidden truths has reached its conclusion. What was done in shadow will now be brought into blazing light. This revelation that approaches is not meant to destroy you, though it may feel that way at first. It comes as a rescue mission for your soul, a divine intervention orchestrated with such precision that every angel in heaven has been mobilized to ensure you receive this message at exactly the right moment. You are standing at the threshold of a profound awakening, where illusions will shatter and reality will emerge in its raw, undeniable form. The consequences of remaining blind to this truth would echo through generations. You cannot comprehend the full extent of what has already been stolen from you, the opportunities that mysteriously disappeared, the relationships that inexplicably crumbled, the dreams that seemed to evaporate just as they were within reach. All of these were not coincidences or personal failures. They were the result of deliberate spiritual warfare waged against you by someone you trusted. Heaven has wept for you. The angels have grieved, watching you extend kindness to someone who repaid it with betrayal. They have seen you blame yourself for failures that were orchestrated by another. They have watched you doubt your own worth because of seeds of destruction planted by someone who smiled in your presence while plotting your downfall in your absence. Your pure heart became your vulnerability. Your loyalty became the weapon used against you. Your inability to believe that someone could be so deliberately cruel left you exposed to attacks you never saw coming. But this was never weakness on your part. It was the beauty of your soul refusing to believe in such darkness. However, the divine realm cannot allow this to continue. Your destiny is too important, your purpose too vital, your future too bright to be dimmed by someone else's jealousy and hatred. The identity of this person is already known to you. Even as you read these words, their face flashes before your inner eye. That is not your imagination. That is revelation breaking through. They approached you during a vulnerable season, when your defenses were down and your heart was open. They positioned themselves as an ally, but their true intention was infiltration. They wanted access to your innermost self, not to protect it, but to exploit it. This person studied you carefully. They learned your fears, your dreams, your insecurities, and your strengths. They gathered this information not to support you, but to use it against you. Every vulnerability you shared became ammunition. Every dream you revealed became a target. Every fear you confessed became a tool of manipulation. While you were building them up, they were tearing you down in ways so subtle that you could not identify the source of your increasing exhaustion. They drained your energy while pretending to restore it. They created problems while positioning themselves as the solution. They spoke death over your dreams while pretending to encourage them. The divine realm has documented every betrayal. There is a record in heaven of every lie told about you, every prayer spoken against you, every moment of rejoicing in your struggles. Nothing has gone unnoticed. The tears you shed in solitude were collected. The confusion you experienced was understood. The pain you endured was felt throughout the celestial realm. But understand this clearly. What happened to you was not random. You carry something powerful within you, something that threatens the kingdom of darkness. Your light is so bright that it exposed the shadows in others. Your destiny is so significant that the enemy deployed specific agents to derail it. This betrayal was not personal in the way you think. It was spiritual warfare, aimed at preventing you from stepping into your divine purpose. The enemy understood something you have yet to fully grasp, the magnitude of what you are called to accomplish. They saw the influence you would wield, the lives you would transform, the generational curses you would break. And so they sent someone close, someone who could get past your defenses, someone who could wound you so deeply that you might never recover enough to fulfill your calling. But the enemy made a critical miscalculation. They forgot whose child you are. They forgot the protective covering over your life. They forgot that no weapon formed against you would ultimately prosper. They forgot that what was meant to break you would instead become the very thing that launches you into your greatest season. The exposure that is coming will be divine in nature. You will not have to speak a word against this person. You will not have to defend yourself or prove your innocence. Heaven itself will orchestrate the revelation. Conversations will surface. Hidden communications will be discovered. People who were deceived will suddenly see clearly. The truth will emerge with such force that no denial will be able to stand against it. This exposure serves multiple purposes. First, it validates what your spirit has been trying to tell you. All those moments of discomfort, those inexplicable feelings of unease, those times when something felt off, but you could not articulate why, all of these were your spirit recognizing what your mind could not accept. You were never paranoid. You were perceptive. Second, this exposure clears your name. The lies that have been spoken about you, the false narratives that have been spread, the character assassination that has been attempted, all of this will be reversed. Those who believed the lies will see the truth. Those who participated in the gossip will recognize their error. Your reputation will not just be restored, it will be elevated. Third, this exposure breaks the spiritual chains that have been limiting you. Every word spoken against you in darkness created a spiritual barrier. Every prayer prayed against your progress formed a wall. But as the truth comes to light, these chains shatter. These walls crumble. The spiritual atmosphere around you shifts dramatically, creating space for blessings that have been held back. The next phase of your life requires this cleansing. There are blessings waiting to be released that cannot coexist with betrayal. There are relationships destined for you that cannot enter while toxic connections remain. There are opportunities prepared for you that require a clear spiritual atmosphere to manifest. This painful revelation is actually heaven clearing the path for your elevation. You must understand that this person's betrayal was rooted in something deeper than simple human emotion. They recognized something in you that triggered a spiritual reaction. Your light exposed their darkness. Your authenticity highlighted their deception. Your potential reminded them of their own limitations. Instead of being inspired by you, they became threatened. Instead of celebrating your gifts, they coveted them. Instead of supporting your growth, they attempted to stunt it. This dynamic is as old as humanity itself. Throughout history, those carrying divine assignments have faced opposition from those operating under different spiritual influences. But also throughout history, divine justice has prevailed. Truth has always ultimately triumphed. Light has always eventually expelled darkness. The process of revelation will require strength from you. Seeing the full extent of the betrayal may initially feel overwhelming. Understanding how long the deception has been occurring might trigger anger. Recognizing how many opportunities were stolen might spark grief. These emotions are valid and necessary. Feel them fully, but do not allow them to consume you. Remember that while this person was working against you, heaven was working for you. While they were speaking curses, angels were declaring blessings. While they were closing doors, the divine was preparing better ones to open. Nothing they did could ultimately stop what heaven ordained for your life. They may have caused delays, but they could not cause cancellation. Your response to this revelation will determine the speed of your recovery and restoration. If you choose bitterness, you give them continued power over your emotional state. If you choose revenge, you lower yourself to their spiritual frequency. But if you choose forgiveness, not reconciliation, but release, you free yourself to ascend to heights they could never reach. Forgiveness in this context does not mean pretending the betrayal never happened. It does not mean allowing this person back into your inner circle. It does not mean minimizing the pain they caused. Forgiveness means releasing them to divine justice while freeing yourself from the burden of carrying their debt. It means choosing your peace over proving your point. It means prioritizing your future over prosecuting your past. The divine protection that is being placed around you now is impenetrable. Spiritual warriors have been assigned to guard your heart, mind, and destiny. No future attack of this nature will be able to penetrate these defenses. You are entering a season of divine immunity, where the weapons of jealousy, gossip, and betrayal will have no effect on you. This protection extends beyond just spiritual attacks. Your discernment is being sharpened. Your intuition is being heightened. Your ability to recognize deception is being enhanced. Never again will you be caught unaware. Never again will false friends infiltrate your inner circle. Never again will wolves in sheep's clothing have access to your vulnerability. The restoration that follows this revelation will surpass your imagination. For every tear you shed, joy will be multiplied. For every opportunity stolen, multiple doors will open. For every relationship that was sabotaged, authentic connections will emerge. The principle of divine multiplication means that what the enemy meant for evil will be transformed into exponential good. Your story is being rewritten from this moment forward. The chapter of betrayal is closing, and the chapter of triumph is beginning. You are not the victim in this narrative. You are the victor. You are not the one who is broken. You are the one who is refined. You are not the one who lost. You are the one who is about to gain everything. New relationships are already being prepared for you. There are people who will enter your life carrying genuine love, authentic support, and divine assignment to help you fulfill your purpose. These individuals will recognize your value immediately. They will celebrate your gifts freely. They will support your dreams enthusiastically. The contrast between what you have known and what you are about to experience will be stark.